Jeopardy! Fans rage over beloved Disney name misspelling. Jeopardy! Fans praise Ken Jennings for being a far better host for the syndicated game show compared to his co-host, Mayim Bialik. In fact, viewers at home shamed production for not being willful enough to not come to a decision and just pick a single host to take over. Fans agreed it was a bit of a cop-out to split the hosting duties between Mayim and Ken. Turns out that some of Ken Jennings' actions as Jeopardy host aren't sitting well with viewers at home. According to chatter on Twitter, the viewers at home were horrified by an answer that Ken accepted during a recent episode of the show. Viewers slammed the whole situation, noting they thought spelling was a core part of the show. Likewise, they believed Alex Trebek would be horrified by what answers Ken Jennings and his co-host Mayim Bialik were allowing through. What answer was it that turned some viewers against Ken Jennings? One of the contestants recently spelled an iconic cartoon character's name wrong. Viewers were deeply offended the contestant even had the audacity to spell the name wrong. They, however, were disgusted that Ken Jennings accepted the answer. Jeopardy! Ken Jennings accepts horrific spelling. During Final Jeopardy from a recent episode of the show, the category was literary animals. The question read, this children's book character, introduced in 1926 and a friend of the title character, gets his name from the sound he might make. Viewers at home instantly knew the answer to this question. It was from the iconic series, movie, and book called Winnie the Pooh. The answer was Eeyore. The contestant named Mark answered the question by spelling out the way the name sounded, Eeyore. On Twitter, Mark was ripped a new one for having the audacity to spell Eeyore's name wrong. Likewise, Ken Jennings was crucified for allowing that horrible spelling of the name to pass. Many viewers argued Ken Jennings wasn't wrong to accept the misspelling, as spelling has never been factored into the rules. Another frustrated Jeopardy! Viewer penned, still trying to figure out how Eeyore was an approved spelling on Jeopardy yesterday. Many viewers at home raged about the misspelling and the acceptance of the answer. Tonight's Final Jeopardy pissed me off because the answer was Eeyore, and they accepted contestant Mark Stover's spelling, Eeyore. Absolutely the F*** not. Take it back, Jeopardy! Another fan raged. A recent episode of Jeopardy sparked a surprising storm on social media, not for a tough trivia question or a shocking loss, but for a simple spelling error that struck a nerve with Disney fans worldwide. During a category related to animated classics, a contestant responded with the beloved fairy tale name Cinderella, but the show's on-screen graphic misspelt the name as Cinderella. While the mistake may seem minor, it set off a wave of outrage from eagle-eyed viewers who couldn't believe such a blunder made it onto the iconic game show. Fans quickly took to Twitter and Reddit, unleashing a mix of humorous jabs and sincere disappointment. Come on, Jeopardy! One user posted, how do you misspell one of the most famous Disney characters of all time? That's like spelling Mickey with a Q. Another joked, if my fairy godmother saw this, she'd turn the production team into pumpkins. For longtime fans of the show, which prides itself on intellectual rigor and attention to detail, the error felt out of place. Jeopardy! Is more than just a trivia competition. It's a cultural institution, revered for its polished presentation and factual precision. As one commenter put it, this isn't some amateur TikTok quiz. It's Jeopardy! There are standards. Others, however, found the uproar amusing and a bit overblown. People are losing it over a typo. One viewer tweeted, let's all take a deep breath. Cinderella survived losing a shoe. She can survive this. Still, the incident has reignited the larger conversation about quality control and consistency on the show, particularly in the post-Alex Trebek era. While the flub may have been a simple oversight by a graphics operator, the reaction from the public demonstrates just how closely the show is watched and how deeply audiences care. In the grand scheme of game show history, Cinderella Gate might be a minor footnote, but it's a clear reminder. When it comes to pop culture icons, especially those that defined childhoods, people demand perfection. And for a show known for its brainy perfectionism, even a tiny typo can turn into a fairy tale fiasco.